The first and last time I played hardcore Minecraft, it didn't really go well for me. So I had to run it back. That's why in this video, I'm going to attempt to beat Minecraft in hardcore mode. Will I be able to take out the Ender Dragon, or will I just die and give up, thereby solidifying my place as the ultimate noob? You are going to have to watch the video to find out. Also, if you guys enjoy my videos or you are new here, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 500 subs before the year end. It's looking unrealistic, but I still have faith. Thank you so much and I hope you enjoyed this video. I started off the hardcore world by, you guessed it, building a netherite beacon. This is why I'm still single. The first thing I noticed was I spawned in a desert, mangrove, whatever biome this is. And if you guys didn't notice, this was the same biome I spawned in my first hardcore video, which you should totally check out. The link is in the description below. I got some wood which I converted to planks and made myself a crafting table. I then got myself some basic tools and began exploring. I also made sure to grab some rabbits for food so I don't starve to death. Then I saw this tree, which meant there was a lush cave underneath it. And you guys know what happened next. I chopped down the tree and used part of the planks to craft myself a boat. I then found this desert temple which was guarded by this explosive demon. I didn't want to risk blowing up just for some desert temple loot, so I went out to grab some more food. After cooking up my one rabbit, I went back to the temple and thankfully the creeper had despawned, and that meant I can safely loot the treasures underneath the temple. Now I didn't really have much useful stuff to loot, but at least I got a notch apple. I kept exploring and after a few minutes I came upon this Badlands biome. Now at first I didn't want to explore it because I don't like that biome, but then I remembered there's lots of gold in this biome and I can use the gold to trade with some piglins in the nether. So I decided to get a bunch of gold in this biome before I continue my exploration. While exploring this mine shaft, this wannabe Hawkeye from Temu almost killed me. So thankfully I made a strategic retreat to regen. I then made myself a shield for extra protection and went back to exploring the mine shaft. I then came across this zombie and I don't know why I was fighting like someone with 2 brain cells. The dude left me at 1.5 hearts and while trying to escape, this happened. On the 9th of December, I made a post on my TikTok story asking you guys if you believed I could beat Minecraft in hardcore mode. And although a good number of people had faith in me, the majority still believed I didn't stand a chance. You guys never learn. I loaded up a new hardcore world and I was hoping for a good spawn, and you guys won't believe where my spawn point was. A desert. I spawned in a desert again. I don't know why Minecraft keeps spawning me in a desert in hardcore mode. But on the bright side, there was a village nearby, so it was all good. I got some hay bale, borrowed some very good stuffs from their chests, and even got myself a crafting table. I then wandered off a little bit to get wood, which I used to get some basic tools. Seeing as it was getting late, I made my way back to the village to spend the night. The next morning, I borrowed some more stuff from the villagers, took out an iron golem for his iron, and just like that, I was off to find a cave. While exploring, I found an abandoned nether portal with some terrible loot in the chest, but at least there was a gold block which I could mine.
You don't have future here. You don't have future.
Fortunately for me, I was able to find another nether portal and I didn't mess it up this time. My plan was to complete this portal and use it to go to the nether, but I wanted to gear up in iron armor at least. So I took the coordinates of the portal and made my way to find a cave. I didn't really go too far before finding a very massive cave. That meant I would be getting a bunch of iron and gold. This was looking promising for me. At that point I was stressed. Maybe I'm the ultimate noob after all, and those guys in TikTok were right. I'd never be able to beat Minecraft in hardcore mode. I was about to give up and just take the L when I remembered a very powerful and inspirational quote I saw online. 2 things were sure. Number 1, I am not gay. And number 2, I'm not giving up either. I had to run it back one more time. And thankfully this time I didn't get a desert spawn. I grabbed some wood, made a crafting table and got some basic tools. I then made myself a boat and started my exploration. While exploring, I saw this birch forest and thought to myself, man, Kamanity would really love this place. I also made sure I grabbed some food so I don't starve to death. I saw this beehive and then I just... It's really true God's grace that I've made it this far in life, because the amount of dumb decisions I make on a daily basis, I came across a bunch of dogs and thought it would be a great idea to tame them, but I didn't have any bones to use. I thought I could also use steak, but yeah, it didn't work. So I waited till night time to see if I could find some skeletons, and although I did find one, approaching them at my current condition would mean certain death. So I dug below hoping I could find iron that I could use to make a shield. and I was lucky enough to find a cave. I quickly grabbed the iron before the skeleton did some serious damage, and after smelting it, I got myself a shield. After grabbing a few iron, I went back to the surface to try and run the ones with the skeletons, but they already despawned. Yeah, they heard I got a shield and ran away. Since there were no skeletons at the surface, I went back to the caves to not only take out some skeletons for their bones, but also mine up some ores as well. I only got about 6 bones, but it was enough to tame one dog. We then went around bullying other mobs around us, and after getting more bones, I got another dog. That skeleton was looking at me funny, so me and my dogs had to teach him a lesson. After taking him out, I decided it was time for me to go to the nether. Basically, the first step was to find a lava pool so that I can use it to build a portal. And after exploring for about 8 minutes, I was able to find one. I gathered more food, ate some bundles for extra space, cooked up my meat, and built the portal. After successfully lighting up the portal, I said my goodbyes and went into the nether. I had a very good spawn, but I had to be careful and avoid any of the broke-phobic piglins because I wasn't putting on gold. Yeah, these guys hate broke people. After getting enough gold nuggets, I converted it to gold and made myself golden boots. Then this floating bubble of sadness tried to set me on fire, but luckily for me, I was already hot. Nah, I'm just kidding. After missing about 5 shots, I was able to hit it. Story of my life, guys. Miss my shots in video games and in real life. The plan was to mine a bunch of gold nuggets, convert it to gold, and trade with the piglins for ender pearls and fire resistance potions. The fire rest potions was to easily take out blazes in the nether fortress, and also as a precautionary measure in case I fell into lava. Normally it sounds simple, just trade a bunch of gold, get the stuffs you need, and find the nether fortress to kill some blazes. Except all these Abba piglins keep selling me useless stuffs. Like, thanks a lot for the gravel, chump, very useful indeed. After getting 4 potions of fire resistance, I began searching for another fortress. Normally, I've always been unlucky while trying to find another fortress, but at most it takes like 20 to 30 minutes to find one. Not this time. I even had to use a strider to save me time from bridging, something I've never done before. Funniest part is I got the hot storage destination advancement before finding a fortress. Talk about bad luck. After over an hour of exploring the nether, I finally found a nether fortress. I had never been so excited to see another fortress before. I didn't even bother exploring the fortress because my only objective was to get myself blaze rods. So I used some fire resistance potions and grabbed the amount of blaze rods I needed. After that, I found my way back to the portal and tried trading a bunch of gold for ender pearls, but he only gave me 4. I then started exploring the surrounding areas, mining gold nuggets and converting into gold bars. And while doing so, I stumbled upon the bastion. Keep in mind, I've never explored a bastion before and I was afraid of those brutes because they do a lot of damage. But I really wanted to grab some gold from their chests, so I just decided to take the risk. After that encounter, I decided it wasn't worth it at all, so I just kept on exploring for gold nuggets. Luckily for me, there was a warp forest nearby, and that meant I can get the rest of the ender pearls for killing a bunch of endermen. I decided 16 ender pearls would be more than enough, and I made my way to the nether portal. Finally, I can leave this stupid nether. I arrived at the overworld and said hi to my dogs. They were such good boys for waiting patiently for me, so I rewarded them with some steak. I then threw away any unnecessary stuff I had in my inventory, made some eyes of ender, and went to bed. And the next morning, I began my search for the stronghold. I only explored for about 6 minutes when I found my first ever jungle temple in Minecraft. I'm not even joking, I've never found a jungle temple before, even in creative mode. But after seeing what was in the chest, I had no words to describe my disappointment. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever get excited seeing another jungle temple in Minecraft. After finding what I thought was the spot, I began digging. It wasn't till I reached deep slate level that I realized something wasn't right. So I went back to the surface. I then made a tower, tinny, and threw another eye of ender. And just like that, I was able to find the actual spot where the stronghold was located. After marking the spot, I began gathering other resources that I felt would aid me in slaying the ender dragon. After I was done gathering the necessary resources, I began digging to find the stronghold. Now I was praying there would be at least 4 eyes in the portal because 8 eyes of Ender popped while I was searching for the stronghold. So if the portal didn't have up to 4 eyes of Ender, it meant I had to go back to the Nether to grab some more blaze rods and Ender pearls. I wasn't looking forward to doing that at all. It took about 20 minutes of digging, but I was finally able to find the stronghold. I'm not sure why the stronghold spawned so deep underground, but hey, at least I found it. And I even found a diamond as well. I then found the 2 libraries in the stronghold and there really wasn't anything useful in the chest. It didn't take me much time to find the end portal room, and although it was guarded by lots of silverfish, they were no match for me. After grabbing the diamond from this chest, I went to check how many eyes of Ender were in the portal and there was not even a single one in the end portal. Talk about bad luck. I looted the entire chest in the stronghold, hoping I would find all the Ender pearls I need, so that I will know I'm only going to the Nether for blaze rods, but yeah, you guys know how unlucky I am. I was tired, but I've come so far to just give up now. So I just sucked it up because I ain't no punk. Made a quick Nether portal with the lava in the stronghold and went to the Nether. I could not believe my eyes. I spawned right next to another fortress. I took back everything I said about having bad luck. I quickly made my way to the fortress, made myself a diamond sword, grabbed all the blaze rod needed, and went out of the Nether. You guys know how much I hate exploring the Nether because if I wasn't careful, I could die easily. So I wanted to just take my chances and wait till Endermen spawn in the overworld. It wasn't after I reached my entrance to the stronghold that I realized how incredibly stupid and inefficient the plan was. Whether I liked it or not, I was still going to have to go to the Nether. I saw this cobblestone bridge I built over there and I realized I had been to this area before. But I didn't want to go exploring yet because I wasn't putting on any gold. And since my crafting table fell in the lava, I couldn't craft golden boots. That meant I had to go back to the stronghold to get some more wood. I wasn't having fun at all. But yeah, I made it back to the Nether, grabbed some gold nuggets which I converted to gold bars, and made myself a golden pair of boots. I then saw that the Nether portal I came from wasn't far from the Nether portal I used the first time I went to the Nether. And it just got me thinking. Like, you mean to tell me there was a Nether fortress very close to spawn? And I spent over an hour trying to find one earlier. And also, how is it that these 2 Nether portals are really close in the Nether, but in the overworld they are really far away? Like, what in the length contraction, time dilation, Einstein's special theory of relativity is going on here? Yeah, it was at that point I understood how distance works in the Nether. You guys know how 1 block in the Nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. Yeah, so that's why the portals were really close in the Nether but really far away in the overworld. And that's probably why a lot of Minecraft YouTubers use the Nether to travel far distances, because it will take up less time than traveling in the overworld. With all the eyes of Ender complete, I placed this in the end portal. I then grabbed all my stuffs I need for the battle. And although I wanted to place these enchantment books on my armor and tools, I didn't have enough iron to make an anvil, so I just left them there in the chest. It was finally time to slay the Ender Dragon in hardcore Minecraft. You guys know how it goes, yeah? If I don't make it back, tell my story. This is for the blue house and those 9 people that believed in me. This is it, fellas. Blue Shinobi have outdone himself again. In my 200 days 1 block video where I slayed the Ender Dragon without dying, some people said it was because I had totems. Totems I never even popped. But what are you guys going to say now? I have defeated the Ender Dragon in hardcore Minecraft. Big shout out to everyone who watched to the end, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and God bless you all.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.